Hello, welcome to today's training. Sorry, we've been on a short break. That's why we couldn't upload videos. So we're resuming to finish up what we left in the training. So today is day 10, and we'll be working on looking at working with pages and posts. So we're going to look at how to do these things. So remember our practice website, that's top25.syz. So remember what we did in our last class, we customized this home page. So today we're going to look at posts and pages. So like when we designed this home page, this is a page. So what's the difference between a post and a page and other things? So we're going to look into that today. So let's go back to our dashboard. This is our dashboard, and our dashboard, here we'll have posts here and we'll have pages here. So you can add posts. Just come over here, you click on add. You can add posts the same way, but if you look at the post, you have other things like categories and tags. Our pages doesn't have that. We have all pages and add new. So posts, we have all posts, add new, categories, etc. So you can also add a new post from the home page or from any page on your website. So once you're logged into as an admin, this bar is always up here. So you just hover to new and you see post and you see page. So with this you can add new posts and you can add new pages. You can also edit the page you are on at the moment, or you can edit it with Elementor. Like this page was created with Elementor, this button will come up here. You can edit this page with Elementor. Okay, so let's add a new post and see what it looks like. So in our last class, in our previous classes, we added these pages about us. So when we come to pages, that's all pages. Once you click here, it means you're clicking on all pages. So you can see these pages here. This is the front page here. There's front page Elementor. You can see it here. So this page, we don't need this page. This page comes with your new installation. So it's called sample page. So we don't need it. We can just delete it. Click on trash. The trash is like a recycle bin. So everything you delete goes there. So if you want it to be deleted forever, you can just come over to the trash and then delete it. So otherwise, once you delete it, it goes to trash, and you can restore it back from trash back to being published. So once it's on trash, you cannot view it from your website. It's not visible. It's unpublished. But if it's showing published or showing up here, that means that page is visible on your website. Okay, so we have about us page. You can easily edit it from here. Click on edit to edit it, or you can do quick edit here. Okay, so if you get to know, the difference between posts and pages is the categories. A post has categories. You can arrange them in categories, but a page doesn't have that. So posts are meant to be regularly updated. So you can create new pages, assuming you have a newspaper website where you report new updates. So you can use posts to update them instead of creating pages. So, and those posts can appear under a page. So you can create a page where you display all those posts. So why do you have to use posts instead of a page? Because you can arrange them in categories. So assuming this is a newspaper website, or this is a news website, or we can even use it for this website. So we can arrange them in, okay, let's say this is animal, under categories, animal abuse updates, discrimination updates, child abuse updates. So you can use that, create those three categories. So any post I put under that category, someone can go there, click on animal abuse, and they'll see all the posts based on animal abuse. So this way you can easily organize the website. So your website is more organized that way, using posts instead of pages. So your post allows you to create categories, and those categories can be used to organize your updates or your posts. So that's just the difference, and that's why posts is mostly used for blogs. So a blogger will use posts to update his site, because posts allows him to categorize it and organize the content in a way any user can easily access whatever they want. Okay, So that was it. So let's practicalize. Let's create a new post. So come over here, you can see add. You can click and open a new link so that it doesn't disrupt here. So the new post is opening here. Okay, so let me try and add a new page. So let's click new so that you look at the difference between a post and a page. Okay, sorry for my slow network. Okay, so this is an updated layout. We call it Gutenberg. I don't know how to pronounce this. Gutenberg, is it? Yeah, something like that. So this is a new update from WordPress 4.0. This editor, we call it page editor or post editor, came into being. So you can revert back to the classic method. I prefer the classic more than this, but if you're new to this, I prefer you stick to this because very soon maybe the classic will go off. Okay, so this is where you add the title of the page of the post. Okay, stop animal abuse now. Okay, let's look at our page. So if you look at it, it looks the same. So title here, title here. So this is a page. Let's say this is terms of service page. Okay, so you look at these places, you can see featured image. Featured images allows you to add an image that will feature. Let's say you share it on Facebook, you share it on Twitter, that image will appear where you share the page or post. Okay, so this is a featured image, or when you display it on the site, you can also use this to show a description of that content. Okay, so this is where we have page attributes. You can use any of this. Remember when we are switching with this, so you can use this Elementor full page or home page template or whatever template you want to. Otherwise, just leave it as default template. Parent page, you can make this a sub page of another page here. So that's the only two features available here. So 3 features, you can just do that. So once you're done, you can publish. Click on publish here and it will publish. So when we come back to our post, so when you come to your plugin, remember when I open plugin, you can revert back to classic editor by installing this classic editor plugin. So just click on install. So the fact that over 5 million persons installed it, that means people don't actually like this new editor very well. So personally, I don't like it. I don't like the new editor. I install the classic editor. So you might want to look at the difference after now. So install and activate. Okay, so this is a top title. You can look at this. This is the link to the post when it's published. So this is where you put your content. So you type in whatever content you want to. Okay, so this is there are so many things here. So under documents, you have all this. Stick to the top of blog. You can use this to make it appear at the top of the blog. So permalink, this is the permalink. That's the link of the thing. Categories, this is very important. So this is where you add your categories. Okay, so there's no category here. Okay, so this is uncategorized. So if you don't add a category, it will automatically enter into uncategorized. So it's advised to add a category. So you don't have to add category every time. The next time you're creating a post based on animal, you can see all the categories you've added here. So no need to add a new one. Just select the ones you want. So let's say animal abuse, add category. So you can see it appear there. So any post I'm creating based on animal abuse, I just select animal abuse here. That post will appear under animal abuse. So anytime I want, I can arrange my site so that anytime I want to view content on animal abuse, I can just go there and view them. Okay, so that's animal abuse. We have featured image, so you can add a featured image. So click here. Let's go back to our pesos and then pick an animal abuse image. Of course, we might not get animal abuse image here. There's no image that will show you animal abuse because just such images are not allowed, so it will be deleted. So just pick any animal picture image and use it as our. So let's use this so let's use a small image to download. So you don't load that much image on this. Make sure the images are very lightweight so that it doesn't make the page so heavy. So the lighter the images, the lighter. This is just 51 kilobytes. So the faster your page loads. So set featured image. So it's been set there. So let's go back to our plugin. It's been installed. Let's activate it and then okay. So except if you want to, it's optional. If you want to, you can see it's optional here. Discussion, allow comments. If you want to allow comments, you can allow comments. People can comment on the listing. Allow ping back and track back. This is just for search engine optimization. So always allow it. So templates, you can see templates here, but there's no need for it. Okay, so we have that. Just click on publish. Are you ready to publish? Check the settings. So why is asking you this? Because you haven't typed anything here. So Lorem Ipsum. Okay. So Lorem Ipsum is the site to generate content. It's just random content. You can just generate it from the site. So if you're filling your site, choose the language, English language. Okay, so you have that. Okay, so you can just use this to generate how many words, paragraph, 5 paragraph, generate Ipsum. Okay, so have that. So we just paste it here. So have that. So you can customize your text the way you want with this. So you can highlight and make some places bold like this. Highlight bold. You can color some areas if you want to. Inline, text color, etc. So once you're done, click on publish and then your post is published. Okay, so post published. If you click here, you can view your post there. Okay, so this is our post. This is our sidebar. Okay, so these are content, these are posts. So this is our sidebar. Okay, so and this we'll call this sidebar widgets. I think we once talked about widgets. So if you want to edit your widgets, come over here. You can see widgets here. Click open so that you can customize these widgets here. I don't like some of them, like this one. I don't like the categories. You can see categories here. We have animal abuse, we have uncategorized. So that whenever somebody clicks on animal abuse, all the posts on animal abuse will appear. So let me click here so that you see what I mean. Okay, so you can see this here. So I'll create a new post on. So you can see this widgets here, sidebar. So meta tag, I don't want meta, delete it. Archive, I don't want archive, delete. So you can see widgets you can add to your website. To the sidebar, this is the sidebar. So you can put calendar, gallery, whichever image, etc. to your sidebar. You have recent posts, recent comments. I don't want recent comments, delete. Okay, so there's no need to save anything. So once you delete it, it's automatically saved. So if I reload that page, my animal abuse page, you find the recent. You see some of the widgets are gone. So have that. So I have 2 posts, hello world and stop animal abuse under our post. Okay, so so that's it about our post. So let's come over to our pages. You can see add new page, terms of service. You type in your content. Let's grab some ipsums. Okay, page. Okay, I post it there. Publish. So we don't have any category on it, so let's view page. So you have that. It also has the sidebar. Okay, so let's go back, close all this, and all this, and even this. Let's go back to our posts. We can view all our posts here. We can track this. This hello world comes with a new installation of WordPress, so it's always there. So you might just track it. So let's add a new post. Okay. Now you might see that the interface has changed. The layout has changed. You see this title that almost looks like it was inside there has changed. So it's up here. So why did it change? Because we installed the classic editor. So I told you I don't like the other one. I like the classic one better. So when I installed it, it changed, reverted back to the classic one. That is the old one. So here you put in your title, match for price and views. Okay. So you can type in your text. If you want to add a media, let's grab some ipsum. Maybe generate a new ipsum, English. Okay, by words, generate. That means 5 words, no? About. Okay, so let's use paragraph. 10 generate. Okay, so I have that. Okay, put it there. So if you want to add an image to your post, you can put your cursor where you want the image to appear. Remember, then click on add media and then add the image. So let's go back to our pixels and do something. Let's say we want to I clicked on something. I don't want to sign up. Okay, so pets, let's do that. Okay, so I have that, and then I choose the small and the download. Okay, so let's pick another image we'll use for our featured image. So this goes here. We can add both of them together so we don't start uploading again. So let them go there together. So I'm adding one image and start to post. So wait for it. Okay, so it's there. So you can see it here. Now you see that the text goes down. It's not aligned. So what to do is you move this, shift it to the left so that your text goes around it. If it's in the center, you have that. If it's in the right, you have that. Okay, so position it the way you want. If you want to increase the size, do this. The size here is you can use full size. You can see the size has increased. So you might want to adjust it to medium size. Update and have that. Okay, so remember to select your categories. You don't need to add it again. So we have an animal abuse category. Just click on. So if you want to add a new one, you just click add new one. So just type the new category, click on add. So tags is optional. You can add tags. So tags is also useful in search engine optimization. You just add them there. So featured image, like we said, we have that. Okay. So have that, and then publish. Okay, so publish that. Let's view post. Okay, so you can see this right here, match for pest abuse. This is it here. Okay, so this is the featured image, and this is the text, the content image. Now if I come to categories, we have remember when I deleted that sample image, if the category doesn't have content, it will not show here. So when I deleted that sample, this thing uncategorized went off because that sample post was under uncategorized. So click here and you see our posts appear here. Okay, so assuming I want to create a page where because if somebody comes to home page, they will not see any of our posts. They will see only this, and they will not. So assuming I want to create a dedicated page where every animal abuse post will appear, or any category I want to appear. So what do? Or assuming I want to add it to my home page, I want to add that post to my home page so that we can have content. So we can do it with Elementor. So let's add our post on the home page. So we can call it news updates. Okay, so click on edit with Elementor. Okay, so we are going to create a new page. While we are adding that, let's create a new page where we'll place all these posts. So click on add new. So while we're editing this, we are adding this. So I think with that we can call it a day. Creating posts with Elementor, display posts on any page using Elementor. Yes, different between. Okay, so with these two things, once we are done, I think we're done for the day. Okay, so we have our home page. So add a new section. Okay, so we might want to add a heading. So instead of going to customize this heading again, why not let's grab from here. All I have to do is right click here and say duplicate. We'll have that. Then click on this pencil and drag it. Click and drag to this new section. So I have the title there. So all I have to do is just edit it. News updates. Okay, so I have that. Okay, so if I want to add a new element, that's my post element. Just come here and type posts. Okay, so you can see recent posts and you can see post here. So post title, post extract, archive, recent posts. So this one will just list out recent posts. We don't want it. We want it to look mature. So just click. Something is wrong. We need the pro this thing to do this. Archive posts. We need pro. So almost everything here we need pro version. So let's do something. Let's look on. Let's pick Elementor add-on that will do it. So come to plugin, click on add new, open. Okay, this video is getting a bit long, but no worry. Okay, so click on type Elementor here under plugin. These guys are very stingy. This is Elementor add-on, but they want you to pay for it to use these things. These are elements we could use to create our post list, to display our posts. So, but most of them are paid. So let's use a free Elementor add-on that will allow us to do that. So we have this. When you type Elementor, this is the main Elementor page builder. We need to update it. Okay, let's update. So this is essential add-ons for Elementor. It has so many free elements so you can use. So let's install this. I don't know which one is we also have this. There are many other ones. Starter template, Elementor Beaver, happy add-ons for Elementor. This is another one. So if you go through, you can see so many of them free free ones. So let's install this and use it. Okay, so why that installation is going on, so this is a post. We want to use animal abuse. So we want to use this to display posts with animal abuse. So just publish, and we'll use Elementor later to edit it. So that, but then this our plugin would have installed. Okay, installed, activate. So it's published, but I don't like this page, how the page link displays page ID 81. I don't like it. So how do you change this? We call it permalinks. So you can either change it here by, okay, permalink settings. Okay, so you can see I was coming here. So either you can come to settings and you see permalinks, or you can just click on it like I clicked change permalinks and it brought me here. So just click on post name so that you display the name of the post instead of just displaying random numbers, and then click on change. Okay, so I don't know if I reload this page or just update whether it will change it. I think it should. Okay, so you can see it here. So so animal abuse. I think this is better than having random numbers. Okay, so our plugin has been activated. Let's reload our pages, update this, and then reload. So edit this with Elementor. I think that will help. Okay, so it's been updated. Let's reload. So we are done with our plugins. We are done with permalinks. Okay. Okay, so this animal abuse page. Remember, we might want to remove this sidebar. So what we do is we go back to the normal layout and then edit it so that it doesn't appear. Okay, so this is news updates. I want a post plugin, so type post here again. So you can see recent posts. You can see EA post grid, EA post timeline, post navigation, post carousel. I think this post carousel will do better, but it says it's locked, so this is locked too. So let's use this EA, that's that essential add-on. Let's use post grid. Click and drag it in. So customize it. You can see it appear already, so have that. So number of post per page, 4. That means 1 2 3 4. I want to increase it. Layout settings, columns, number of columns, let's just use 2 columns. So this and this. I can increase it to 4. I think 4 looks more presentable. Or 3. Okay, 4 will be better. So you can look at other layouts. Image size 300 by 300, 150. So that's okay. 150 by 150 looks great. So that they are almost equal. Okay. So have read more. You can customize every other thing. Meta position, entry footer, show avatar. That is this image. You can remove avatar. Show author name. Okay. Show author name. Show dates. So you just customize it the way you want. Query, post, categories. This is where we choose our categories. So make sure if you want you can add more than one category. If you add more than one category, I could add more than one category. So, but if you just want one category, you select the category there. If there's nothing selected, that means it will pick all the categories and display them at random. Okay, so we have this descending order by date. So I think you can use this to customize maybe the color of the title and other things, color and typography. So you can come over here, choose the title color. Let's use something like this so that it reflects with the general theme. Okay, so the read more, excerpt, meta, hover card, read more button and style. So the color, this green here, and I want to change it to something a bit either yellow or red so that people can easily notice it. Okay, so once you're done, you update it. We don't need to come over here. When we add a new post, automatically it will appear here. So we don't need to come over here again to add anything. So every new post in this category will appear here, so automatically. So the same thing applies when we are dealing with this, but remember we have to change our page template to Elementor full width so that it removes that sidebar. So update it. Okay, so let's look at our site top.xyz. Okay, so if we move down, you see it here, news updates, and we'll have that the post appear here. So I can add new posts. Just come over here, new post, add a new post, and it will appear here automatically. We don't need to come over here and do any editing again. So stand up for new pets. Vaccines. Okay, stand up for new pet vaccines. Okay, so let's grab our Ipsum, load it there. Let's go to Pesos one more time and get our. So remember this thing here, add new tags, pets, animal, separate them with comma. So default templates. If you don't want the sidebar, you can use Elementor full width. Then you can also use Elementor to edit your posts. It's possible. So once you publish, come to edit it with Elementor. You can use it to organize how your posts look like. You can divide them, so divide them into sections, just like you're editing a page, just the same way you're editing a page. So let's edit this with Elementor. Okay, so that's it about it. So once you're done, let's pick pets, images. Okay. So okay, so we'll add our featured image. Click and drag. Okay, so this is our page here. We might want to add a new section. So we've added a new section. It's up here because we choose so how do we get this not to appear up here? So let's click. Is it right click? Okay, so navigator section. So we have selected that section. So what we'll do the padding so that the padding will, the top padding, so padding here top, we'll make it, let's say 100 so that it comes down. Okay, so update. zip padding we have to, no, not actually padding, we also have to work on the margin. So 100, so that it goes below the heading, so we have it there. Okay, so padding, do we need to padding is just, let's say, let's give it 20. So heading 120, so it comes down a bit. Okay, update. Okay, so with that now we can add our content. Come up, this is the basic title, animal abuse updates. So center it. Okay, so right on that section we can come over here, click here, type post, and then put our post grid. Okay, so unlike this thing where we just have only 4, we can put up to 30, so that all of them will appear there. So remember when we did layouts and we made this 150, it was better that way. Okay, so customize every other thing you want to customize, update, and then we have that. Okay, we've added a featured image and we are ready to publish. So publish. Okay, so I think we are done. Come over to home page, visit site. We are done. We publish this, so we can close this. But you discover you might not be able to, except you know the link, you might not be able to see that new page we created. So you can see this new post, like this one now. So every new one will come up displacing the old one. If it completes 4 now, so any new one you add, the old one will go out. But it doesn't mean that it's out of the system. It's still there, but it's not visible here because we just said limit it to 4. Okay, so on that page we created, let's add that page to the menu. So come over to here, we have menus. Okay, so animal abuse, click here, add to menu. Okay, click and drag it to where you want it to appear. You can also, from maybe the home page, create a link. Let's say read more on that home page. Let's just do that quickly. Top 25 of XYZ. So we've added the menu. We'll save the menu. Okay, so you can see it here. Now we might want to add a link, maybe this thing below here, to share read more, linking them to this page where they can see all of them at once. So how do we do that? We edit with Elementor and then we create a button. So this is a dedicated page where all of the animal abuse posts will appear. So we'll set it to 30, that means up to 30 will appear here. And then we can also set the pagination. I think there's something like that where they can read more. Okay, so I think there should be pagination here. So let's see, pagination, order, layout, show load more, this is it here. So click here, show load more. Okay, so this is the button here, so they can read, load more content if they want. So update it. So that means if we have like 20 different animal abuse posts and this page can only load 4, if the reader wants to read more, they can load more. The same thing applies here. We have 30, a bit 40 here. So if the reader wants to read more, they can click on read more to add it. So we have that there. So top 25. So if they want on their own description, they can load more content. Okay, So it's under layout settings. We have load more. Okay, so update. So you have that. If they want to load more, we can load more. But right now we don't have more, so this is all that there is. So that's it about working with posts and pages. See you tomorrow for day 11, where we'll be discussing about new interesting things to do with your WordPress, mostly for bloggers. We'll be looking at how to do a search engine optimization and other things. So that's it. Tomorrow we'll continue with what we have. Thank you very much, and then don't forget to look at our project. Our project is still up. The site, we've registered for the site, and right now we're working on the site, so very soon it will be up. So if you want to be part of it, look at our project video, look at what it has there, and then try to be part of it.